Hey everybody, it's Cynthia and long time no see. I mostly haven't been filming because I had mostly clothing hauls, which, were interesting, but this week I have got some toys galore. I found some really super things that I'd never even seen before at all my favorite haunts, and I wanted to share them with you. And we're going to start off with this, my favorite find of the week, which is a Polly Pocket Wizard of Oz Emerald City set. And it's got all kinds of secrets hidden in it. This is really the only real issue. There's supposed to be a little roof here, but missing. And it came with 5 figures, actually. These 3 that you see, and then I had 2 or 3 more. Actually, I think I had 3 more. Some duplicates of a couple and some little Munchkin figures that were sold separately, so I don't have them to show you. But this just got listed. If you're watching this brand new and you're interested in it, I just put it up on our eBay store. You'll find a link in the comment section below. So what's so super about this and all the Polly Pockets is they have all these sort of secrets hidden. So these 2 side pieces open, sorry, Wicked Witch, to create a bigger play set. And then this opens, and this opens. I feel like there's a secret to opening this that I don't know, because I always have trouble opening this. How do kids do this? Seems like there should be a handle. Oh, I don't want to break it. There we go. And this opens. Let me close that for a second. That opens there. That opens there. And I'll show you some of the things that it does. So the figures are so tiny. So the witch has a couple things. So over here, if you can see for a second, this is the bubble that Glinda shows up in. I don't have the Glinda figure. And then the witch, the Wicked Witch, pops up from there. She always jumps out. Let me show you that again. She pops up to scare Dorothy. I don't have Dorothy. And then, hang on 1 second, I have to hide it. Do a little secret maneuver here for 1 second before I show you what it does. I guess kids have smaller hands, so they make this stuff work better. I don't know. And so we have the throne room here in Emerald City, the Oz. That moves. This is a lenticular that moves. This is the behind the curtain, what's going on, so Professor Marvel can stand back there. I don't have him. And then this also opens to show the awards that he gives out. So we have the Scarecrow down here in his little spot, and the Tin Man in his little spot. And then there's a spot back here, which I'm assuming is for the lion. I don't have the lion. And we come up through the forest. There's spots here that I think are for flying monkeys and guards, which again I don't have. The balloon comes out of here. I'm not going to unsnap it, but it does come undone, so you can put your figures in and have them. You can really reenact the entire story of Wizard of Oz here, and or at least the Oz part. So that's really fun. And then so this lights us up. So that lights up Glinda's bubble, and then over here the Wicked Witch's crystal ball lights up, and then the throne room lights up. And I'm going to turn them off just because it makes it hard to see what's going on. And I'm going to close this side for a second and show you this side. Close up some of these so I don't forget. And this is my favorite part. So the witch, and again, I know, sorry, my camera doesn't focus really well. She's doing her thing. Dorothy comes along, throws the bucket of water on her, and then she melts, keep melting. Oh, and all that's left is a pile of goo. And then she slides down. There's actually a ramp in the back here where she slides out. Is that clever? What? So that closes. These close. Yep, hang on. I think this one goes first. That one goes second. And I'm going to put the figures back in here. So adorable. If you find this complete in the box, it sells for several $100s. The figures alone, because they are so tiny and get lost, the figures alone sell for $10 to $15 a piece. The base itself, out of the box, is actually the least valuable part of the toy. The base by itself, if you don't have any of the figures or especially the balloon, sometimes only sells for like 15. So it's kind of sad that these 3 figures are actually more valuable than the entire base. But how cute is that? So cute. All right, get out of the way. Ugh. Next up, come up here a little bit, are these guys. So a little bit tricky to see. I've got so much junk in the background here. So these are Assassin's Creed. If I come up a little bit more, sorry, let me try to get that for you. These are Assassin's Creed action figures. Gorgeous, gorgeous figures. I think they came limited editions that came with the game when you bought it. When you bought like the deluxe version. But look at the movement on this. Like the way the cape, the way the coat and the flag are designed, like they're actually, floating, going in the wind. So cool. The detail on it is gorgeous. So I saw this one, and the way, like even the leg position, and then this is a real like string, it's so nice. I saw this at a thrift store I don't go to very often. It's a smaller charity shop that specializes in a lot of home goods and high-end clothing. So I don't visit there as often, but I went this week because they were having a sale, and this guy was 50% off. He was $24 originally, which is a great price for him. And then I got him for $12. And again, look at this detailing here, if you can see it. I was about to leave, and he said, you know what? I think I have another one of these in the back. And he had this one. He hadn't put it out yet because, if you might be able to see, the hand is broken. But I have the hand, and my husband is a model builder, so he'll be able to fix that. This one's cool too. He's not as cool. The movement I don't think is as nice. This detailing though is so cool. Again, back here, all this detailing that you can see. That one's Black Flag. I'm not sure what this one is. I can't remember exactly his name. So this one sells for less. He's only like a $25, possibly $30 one. That one is more of a $50 one. Together, I paid about $22 for them both. They are chunky and heavy, so they are going to be a little bit heavy to ship. So I don't think I'm going to have a lot of profit in them, and they might take a little while to sell, but they were so beautiful, and I couldn't leave them behind. My son's a big fan of Assassin's Creed, so when I saw them, I knew what they were and wanted to get them. They do say on the bottom, if you find something like this. I think this is Assassin's Creed 3, and maybe that's 4. Like I say, I think they came with different versions of the game. Excuse me. So let me move these out of the way. Hang on, I'm going to stand up for 1 second and get these out of the way because they have to be photographed still. All right. Next up is this. So this one from Assassin's Creed we go to. This is a Rainbow Bright Sprite. It is a vintage one. His tag says 1983 from Mattel. It's in very nice condition, very clean, and even though I just found that little spot there, but in general, it's in really good shape. And so cute. Again, maybe a $15 item. I think I paid about $1, $2 tops for her. Really, again, more of a rescue than anything else because Rainbow Bright. Adorable. So we got that. Oh, excuse me with the coughing. And then I found this. It's not going to photograph as nice as it's going to look on. So this is a Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter hat. It's from a company called Elope, and they have the official Alice in Wonderland by Elope here. I think this came out to go with the movie, like the Tim Burton movie. And there is one, I've sold this hat actually several times before, but it was taller. So it's funny, this is a shorter version, which probably means it was designed for kids, but it does fit me, so it will fit an adult. It does have an adjuster in here, but it will also fit a smaller child. I have a feeling that's why it's shorter than the ones I've seen. It needs a little stuffing to get itself back in good shape, but It's very cute, and even if you're just an Alice in Wonderland fan or collector, it's a super hat. That. I've had a lot of vintage things this week. This is another vintage item I found. Let me readjust myself here. I'll let you take a closer look at Buffy back there. My newest Funko Pop is Buffy to go with Giles and my little TV. So this, I don't buy mugs very often because I don't like to ship them. But this one was new in the box, so I thought I'd grab it. And it's, I always say it wrong. Is it Kleban? B. Kleban? But this cat, every time I find a t-shirt with this cat on it, it sells like crazy fast for good money. And I thought this was really funny because I Love New York was a big thing for the 80s, and then it's hysterical. He's doing his Godzilla bit here with the planes coming after him. He's attacking the city. He's eating it, I think. That's how much he loves the city, is he's eating it. And really clean, doesn't look like it's ever been used. 1989. You know what? I don't think I took a picture of that bottom. I should have when I put it up. And like I said, in the original box. I'm thinking this is about, I'm hoping, I think I'm in the $25 range, my favorite price range for it. But it's cute, and I have a feeling it's going to sell real quick. Move that out of the way. This was kind of a wild card. I don't usually, again, buy anything alcoholic and stuff, although this week I bought two. These are so kitschy. I thought they were funny. Say When Bottoms Up cups, and they have these funny art that's very 1960s probably. So 1 ounce measurement is the she monkey, 2 ounces is the he monkey, 3 ounces is monkey shines, and if you go for a 4 ounce drink, then bottoms up, you're out for the count. And then there's a similar one with this guy. 1 ounce, you're steady. 2 ounces, Say When. You got this cat, 3 ounces, jam. 4 ounces, scram. I love, again, too, that we're advocating, so he's drinking while he goes out hunting this crazy cat. So, again, they're not as uncommon as you would think from the era, so I don't know if they've been reproduced. I don't think so. I think they're from the 60s or 70s, maybe. But, again, really kitschy for somebody who's got a retro bar in their house. I picked this up this week, too. This was also kind of a rescue. It's not worth as much as I thought it might be. It's fun. It's a Disney 60th Diamond Celebration paintbrush, and it changes color. The colors don't show up that well on the screen. You can see there, you can kind of see how the colors are changing, and it makes a sound, and it blinks. So it's cute. It's not in its packaging, which is a shame. There are quite a few of them up for sale and in their packaging. So it's probably not going to be a big profitable item, but when I find things from Disneyland, again, like I said, can't leave them behind. All right, let's take a look at this. So I also what's funny is I have these runs on certain types of items in a week. It's really weird. It's kind of a strange cosmic thing. We've had the weirdest cosmic things happen this week. So I actually went to 2 different places and found a bunch of vintage gaming items at 2 different places. So in a estate sale today, I found this TIE Fighter, Star Wars TIE Fighter game. And for those of you who remember, it's actually on IBM discs. So not technically a floppy disk, although I think most of us still refer to these as floppy disks just because it's a disk. And IBM computer disk. So also in this box was this Microsoft Flight Simulator, and this other set says X-Wing, which is the game that came before this game. So I don't know if the person who owned them made backups or somebody made them for him, whatever. Sadly, the books are not here, and that a lot of the value comes from the books. So as vintage as this is and as cool as this seems, again, we're probably only looking at maybe a $20 item if I'm lucky. So yeah, I paid I think like $250 because it was half price day. They wanted $5 for it, which if everything had been in the box, 5 would have been a really super price still, but missing the book is a big thing. In that box, I didn't realize, was this disc. This is Kaboom for Macintosh and Windows. I think this is also, this is a 90s, I think. It's a special sound effect disc. So not really a game, but it's full of sound effects and things that you can add to your videos and stuff. Again, very little value by itself if I had the whole packaging with the books, but I got it sort of as a bonus, so we'll see if somebody wants it. These were kind of disappointing, and I'm not going to open them up for you, but so I found the small store where I got the Assassin's Creed. I feel like somebody turned in, someone who's a game collector turned in a bunch of stuff. They had a box of postcards, and in the box of postcards was a whole bunch of paper, including old Atari game instructions for Space Invaders, Breakout, a couple of other games. I grabbed all of those. They wanted $1 a piece, but then I think it was half price day. And they had catalogs, Atari catalog, Tiger Vision, and Activision. You know what? I kind of want to open this again. Sorry, because I do want to show you something here. I didn't know Tiger Vision, but their catalog is great. Check this out. Look at this art in here. King Kong, Jawbreaker, Threshold and River Patrol, Marauder and Springer, Miner, 2049er, Polaris, Intuition by Aquam, that seems scary, and Scraper Caper. But I love the art in this book. It's amazing. Much nicer than the others. So there's also the Activision, which had these if you were, this is what video games were before in your mommy's day, kids. Sequest, Oink, Keystone Capers. So these, again, very old, primitive. Pitfall. Remember Pitfall? That was like, after like Pong, like Pitfall was considered to be like, wow, look at this action game. You could do all these cool action things. Freeway, Stampede, another Kaboom. And that's just what confused me. This is Kaboom, is a video game with little bombs, but Kaboom that I have, I think, is not that. Barnstorming, Laser Blast, and then sports games, strategy games. There's Pitfall against Stampede for Intellivision. Join the Activision teams. Look at those. So cool. And then since we're here, we might as well keep looking. So Atari. There's kids having fun with their Atari system. Skill games. Demons to Diamonds. Breakout Circus Atari. Look at that. Pac-Man. Skydiver. Classic Corners. Chess. CD. Community wanted to play chess. Space Station. Lots of spacey games. Berserk. Star Raiders. Asteroids. Space Wars. Missile Command. Ooh, then look at the adventure games. This was so cool. Indy 5, Night Driver, Slot Racer, Sports Games, Combat Zone, Learning Center. I guess because we had to show that you can actually learn things too, not just for fun. And there's the machine, coming attractions. So I thought these were really cool, and I thought they'd have a lot of value. They don't. They have some value. Somebody wants these. But if this particular configuration that I have, might not, because I'm trying to, I'm selling them as a grouping. To me, it's not worth my putting them out there as one at a time. That's kind of silly. Hang on, get some tape here. Retape these. So I have the catalogs up as a set and the gaming pieces up as a set. Oddly, this had the most value, and sadly it's in bad condition. This How to Win at Donkey Kong, people have been paying upwards of $40, $50 for this book. So if you ever see this is a real bolo. Mine, unfortunately, is in bad shape, but the inside's not too bad. It's got some, warping, but the pages are pretty clean, and they're not ripped, and they're not written on. So apparently the secret to win at Donkey Kong is in this book, and everyone wants it. So again, I cannot believe how much people were paying. I think there's one listed right now at something ridiculous like $70. So this one, needless to say, is not worth $70, the condition that it is in. There's so much more stuff, and I don't know if I want to try to show you all now. This is another one of these. It should have been worth more than it was. At the last second, this estate sale we were at today, and we were leaving, and I saw these in the jewelry case that's always right next to the checkout. And I think he only charged me like $1 a piece. And I thought, oh, they're certainly worth that. Look, it's the Challenger mission. Oh, so sad. And the Columbia. And I thought the way they were packaged, that they were like real, official, cool NASA buttons. But I don't know. They come from this unique button works in Florida. Collector button, and there's a whole set of them. And like I said, they really don't have a whole lot of value. They've been selling maybe for $5 a piece, but by the time you ship them, so I'm probably going to put them together. If you have the whole group, they do a little bit better, but I don't know. We love to sell space things, but NASA stuff hasn't sold as well as it used to. So that's kind of a shame, because these are pretty cool collectible buttons if you are a space collector. So they're not up yet, but we'll get those up this week. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you today, even though I bought a ton more, is this guy. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen him in action. Let me back up a little bit here so you can see him better. I gotta back up more. Hang on. I want you to get the full effect. There we go. So this guy I picked up at Walgreens a week ago, and if you are a Halloween fan or a horror movie fan, or especially a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, get yourself to Walgreens. They have a huge collection of especially these animated figures. They have Freddy, Jason, Pennywise, and Nightmare Before Christmas they have Jack and Oogie Boogie, that I think they had those last year. The Oogie Boogie is especially cool. He plays his Oogie Boogie Man song. And then there's a ton of Nightmare Before Christmas, just statues and wall hangings and collectibles. It's almost too much, really. I didn't pick up any of that. This I grabbed because he was the only one left. And yeah, and I went back, we were back there today shopping, and he was gone already. Because I also bought, while I was there, and I can't grab them, I went to get the Walgreens exclusive Invisible Man and Frankenstein Funko Pop. Hang on one second. Sorry. Everything happening. Yeah, I went to get the Funko Pops, and I bought the last ones they had, and couldn't even believe I found them. But let me turn him on. I've got his battery off so he doesn't talk when we ship him. Yeah, check this out. Kind of crazy.
I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. Now we aren't strangers, are we? Time to float.
Oh! No! He attacked Giles. Oh, no. Poor Giles. Let's move him for the moment. He attacked him. So I think he says like 4 different things. I love that Pennywise introduces himself. Now we're not strangers. And then time to float. And I can't remember what that last thing was, but pretty cool. He moves and the sound's pretty amazing. So yeah, I grabbed him as the last one they had available. And like I said, they're already sold out. And I've heard people say, I don't know if it's true of Walgreens, but I heard people say that a lot of these other stores like Lowe's and other places like that, like they get one shipment of Halloween stuff, and then if they sell it out, it's sold out, and then Christmas comes out. So if you see something you want at these Halloween stores, or if you're waiting until closer to Halloween, you will be too late. Get in there now. Michael's has some cool stuff. The Halloween stores like Spirit Halloween and all have a lot of pop culture type Halloween stuff now, like this, like Freddy and Jason string lights, a lot of Freddy, Jason, and Pennywise. You're going to see lots of that everywhere. But again, once it's gone, it's gone. And I know that sounds like, well, of course, obviously, but they just don't seem to get that many. I know the guy said he sold the other one of this that morning. And I mean, they probably maybe only had 4. When I went back, they had 1 Freddy left. Everything else in the display was sold out. So get him while you can. Get him before he gets you.
I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. Now we aren't strangers, are we?
That's it for me right now. I might be back with a huge costume haul that I bought. So stick around. I don't upload that often, but if you love pop culture toys, then follow me, subscribe, do all those things, and I will do my best to keep you entertained with entertaining collectibles.